right, to counterpunch boxing. Why do I say that? All right. I don't know. It's a habit. Anyway, look, so you guys probably know I've been covering the Jaime Munguia, someone corrected me, Munguia fight for the past few days. So I haven't been real active on YouTube. I've got a ton of videos and a ton of interviews I'm going to upload. And it's weird, probably an hour and a half ago, I was standing in a room talking to Oscar de la Hoya, Eric Gomez, Munguia, just all kinds of people, tons of people. And now here I am standing in my living room making a video. So crazy, right? But yeah, look out for that footage. And tomorrow I'll be covering the fight as press. I'll be ringside tomorrow. Excited about that. Good undercard. Got some title fights going on. So I'll be there, And by the way, I was live today on Facebook too. You can come to our group, Counterpunch Boxing, and Counterpunch Boxing Talk, rather. The group, not the like page. People go to the group, and check out that footage or whatever. Anyway, so look, I'm gonna tell you my crazy Pacquiao Broner story, right? And it's not too crazy, but this kind of shows you the bullshit that goes on in boxing media that you never really know about, So and I'm gonna basically reveal a little bit of my own bullshit, So I had to kind of fake it through this deal. So all right, so look. The fight, it was pay-per-view, okay? Now, typically I go to the movie theater, AMC 30, right here in Houston, and I watch it. It's like $20 plus tax. So it's like $21, $22 to get in and watch. That's what I did. So I go to the theater, and I go up to the checkout booth, and the girl there tells me, because I got there at 9. I think it started at 8, and I got there at 9, and she's like, no, there's no boxing match on tonight. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm like, okay. So I go over to the kiosk, and it shows a boxing match. So I look back at the girl, and there's like 40 damn people in line. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to stand in that line again. I'm going to go ask like somebody inside, because this is outside. You got to remember, I'm at the movie theater. I'm outside, freezing ass cold. It's like 20-something degrees. So I go in, and again, there's another line. I'm thinking, like, man, it's 9 o'clock. I'm missing it. Even if they tell me, yes, the fight's on, I still got to go back outside, get in line. I mean, I'm not going to get in there like 10 o'clock. Okay, so I just wanted to know if it was actually happening or not. So, okay, there's a door. People were coming out of a door. So I walked through the door, and I saw, someone with a work uniform, and I was walking up to him, and I wanted to say, hey, can you please tell me, is there, the Pacquiao Broner fight on tonight? Next thing I know, this big ass cop, I mean, huge, this big black dude, like 7 foot tall. He puts his chest like right in my chest. He's like, you need to leave, go. Or he's like, I forget, he's screaming something at me. And I'm like, whoa, dude, like, hold up, swolled up, like, hold your roll, I said, look, I'm trying to figure out if there's some boxing on tonight, right? And this dude's like, oh, you need to go ask the girl out there. I said, well, I tried. She said there wasn't. Kiosk said there was. He had 20 people here, 20 people there. I'm like, dude, look, and he's like, just yelling, leave. And he's like bulldozing me over with this massive chest. And look, I'm a 6'1", 240 pounds. I'm pretty big too. This guy was ginormous, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever, dude, whatever. So I go outside. I go to another like line, which is a little bit shorter. It had died down a little bit, and I finally get a ticket. I'm like, okay, cool, got my ticket, right? So, all right, I go in, and I go through the line, and I'm walking to the theater, and I'm and lo and behold, here's Mr. Ginormous Cop. So I walk up to him, I say, hey, man, I was not trying to sneak in. And he's like, yeah, you did. Yes, you were. I saw you go in this door. You went in that door. You went over there. I said, yeah, I was trying to figure out if there was even a fight on tonight. And, he's like, you were trying to sneak in. I was like, dude, I mean, I'm really, you think I'm going to try to sneak into a $20 movie? Like, I'm not, 15 years old. So anyway, that dude was a total jerk. So, all right, I go to the theater, and about this time, there was like one fight on the undercard, and then Pacquiao Broner coming up, right? Okay, I'm excited. I've already been through hell, freezing ass cold outside, been harassed by this gigantic cop. And I get my, I gotta back up. I go get my popcorn and come back to the theater, and I'm sitting there, and I'm a little tired, right? It's getting kind of late. It's getting late, I've been up all night, you know, the night before or whatever, and I'm a little tired. So I'm decided like, all right, man, I'm gonna close my eyes for like 10 minutes. And then, you know, the Broner Pacquiao fight will come on and I'm good. You know, I'm good. I'm gonna watch it. So I close my eyes and then I open my eyes and guess who's standing next to me, right? This big ass cop. I'm like, really, dude, like what? And I start looking around, you know, like trying to open my eyes, like I fell asleep, and nobody's in the theater. There's like one other person in the theater, and I look up, and there's nothing on the screen. It's like black. I'm like, huh, okay. And I said, I looked at the cop. I said, well, I guess I fell asleep, man. And he's like, he's all asking if I'm on drugs or what's wrong with me, you know, this kind of thing. I'm like, no, it's, you know, and at this point, it was like 10, 11, 12, it was late, like 11 o'clock at night. Or no, I take that back. The event at the theater was from like 8 to 1 a.m. So it's like nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, you know. So by the time the fight came on, it was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, midnight, and I just fell asleep. So I'm telling the cop, I'm like, no, dude, I'm just tired, man. I said, it's late, you know. And anyway, so he's harassing me, you know, talking his shit, whatever. And I just like, man, I got to sit at that point. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this, dude. I'm tired of it. I just got up. I said, man, what are you going to arrest me because I fell asleep in the theater? And I just walked off, right? So, of course, he, like, follows me all the way out to the parking lot, you know? So now I'm thinking, well, shit, I got to report this on YouTube, right? I mean, I went to the fight so I could report the fight, you know, and make videos and things like that. Well, here comes the bullshit part of media that I mentioned earlier. So, all right, I'm like, all right. So I watched, like, I can't even believe I'm telling you this. I watched a couple of highlights, and I'm like, all right, I got to make a reaction video. So I get on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it was a hell of a fight. Just back and forth, you know, real close rounds, you know. Broner did this, and then Pacquiao acting like I watched the damn fight, and I really didn't. And still to this day, I've not watched the fight in its entirety. I have seen a lot of it, most of it. I've seen the highlights. I've watched, you know, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 rounds or whatever. You know, I kind of fast forwarded through. So I've seen most of it now, but you know, back when I had to make my videos, I had nothing but highlights and articles and things like that to go on. So that just shows you, you know, there's a lot of BS in the media, including myself, you know, which, I mean, look, usually I try to be honest with you guys, but, you know, I'm like, look, I went through a lot of damn trouble to report on this fight. You know, I'm going to report on the fight. And I think I did it accurately because I went back and I listened to my videos and all that. And, it was accurate. You know, I didn't make any mistakes like with my reporting, but still, you know, it was just a crazy night. And, you know, so now, like, I don't even want to go back there, man, because, and I go there a lot. Like, I went there for the Mayweather-Conor McGregor fight. I mean, even back when I think Pacquiao fought Bradley, I believe. Like, I've been to Marcos Maidana, Canelo Khan. Like, I've been to a bunch of pay-per-view fights up there. And I used to go because my friend would get me in free. He was like a manager there. So he would give me, you know, just let me in or give me like a pass or whatever. But he no longer works there, so I have to pay for it now. But yeah, so that's basically what happened. And, you know, and then today, like, I was just thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video about that because, I mean, you know, I wanted to, like, I really did want to watch the fight that night. I did, but I was just so damn tired, man. Just so tired. Like, today, for the past 3 days, I've been doing, it's like look, this whole media thing, it's a job, people. It is a damn full-time job. You know, for the past 3 days, I've been downtown at the Toyota Center covering fights. You know, I have like 3 different cameras. I get there at like 11, you know, 11 a.m. and I get home about now, you know, 6, 7. It's like 8-hour days. And like tomorrow, you know, when I'm at the actual fight, I'm going to get there at 4 o'clock. At 4 in the afternoon, I won't be home until like 1 in the morning, you know, so it gives me a newfound respect for these guys that actually get out there and cover fights in the field and they report on them. They don't just bullshit their way through it like I did the last one. So, you know, so my hat's off to them because, yeah, it's work. It's a lot of work. And really, I mean, for what? You don't really make any money on it. You know, you put a video on YouTube and you might make a couple dollars, like, you know what I mean? It's not even really worth it financially, but, you know, I think it does lend credibility to what you're doing in your channel. So, and I had a good time, and I'll probably make a video just talking about, you know, everything that I learned there. I talked to a lot of people from Golden Boy. You know, I talked to like Oscar and just a lot of people, man. You know, Eric Gomez and a lot of the media people there. You know, Kristen, what's his name? This dude named Tattoo. A lot of the guys on the undercard. You know, so yeah, I got a ton of stories that I want to share with you guys. So I'll probably do that in another video. So, but anyway, that's it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. You know, my dumbass like literally fell asleep in a pay-per-view that I paid for. And not only that, I bought a $10 bucket of popcorn. I ate like 10 pieces probably. So yeah, I ended up spending like $30 to take a 2-hour nap. So there you go. What do you think? Leave it below.